Hello, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. You're gonna have to excuse me a bit. I'm very tired because I just got back from New Jersey and New York over the weekend. But when I was away from home, the comments is ridiculous. No, the last videos I posted, the last few videos, it seems to me that people get dumber and dumber with their comments. And the whole thing never gets old. And people ask me, why do you always respond to them? Why do you always do video commentaries about them? The reason why I do that nowadays, I've been doing that the last 2 years, going on 3 years, because I want to expose these trolls. I want to expose these males and pathetic excuses for females. These idiots, both male and female, from some stupid ass, dumbass simps, bitches, faggots, mangianas, and feminists, racist Caucasians. Sometimes I get other groups of color who are prejudiced against so-called black people, and they're like no, actually that's pretty rare. I really don't get trolled. I sometimes do get trolled by the Latinos, rarely the Asians and other groups, but it's always usually Caucasian people, and there are groups known as the Caucasian supremacists, the feminists, and the gays. And I do come in contact with handkerchief head, ignorant, stupid ass, dumbass, Negro peeing, self-hating coons, and that's pretty much it. But mostly, it seems like recently when I get speaking of Negro peens, these so-called black feminists are a fucking joke. This female, I'm not going to mention her name because I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to get views by bashing this True Force Loneliness movement that I'm no longer a part of. But she says I'm a part of it. Okay, I used to be a part of it. So what's your point? And I'm getting these bitch-made faggot males. Hold on. Like, you got these desperate, thirsty, mangina, simp-ass, faggot, pussy whip, vagina-worshipping males. And I really can't stand these effeminate males. They talk. These same guys. I think they are truth. They are living. I think they are lonely and sexually frustrated themselves, and I want to just say it. They're obviously TFLers in denial, living True Force loneliness, and they are in denial about it. You know what I mean? But regardless of what happens, I don't know why people, for the life of me, try to make this. I'm trying to be so dismissive about men's plight when it comes to women in relationships and dating. I don't know why people, particularly women, and these male feminist faggots, I'll just call them for what they are, try to deny this fact that you got men who are at a huge disadvantage when it comes to dating in relationships with women. Women have all the choice and all the say so. Women are the choosers. Women can choose who they want to fuck with and don't want to fuck with. Women can choose to see you as a booty call. Women can choose to see you as a fucking just one date, one night stand. Women can just choose to see you as a boyfriend material. Or women can choose to see, hey, this is the man I want this man to marry me. I want to be his wife, and I want him to be my husband. Women should make these relationships. Women put guys in certain categories based on how they perceive to the man, how they perceive this guy to be, how they perceive certain men to be. And I'm not saying men don't do the same thing with women. Actually, we really don't. We just have we just the first level is just women. Y'all have created this shit. Feminism has created this. Gynocentrism and female privilege, and with you women having too many damn freedoms and privileges and no damn responsibility, and never accountable for your actions and dumbass decisions. Usually, y'all created these males to be pussy whipped and thirsty. I mean, and they're saying, "Oh, guys won't stop whining." That's code for suffer in silence, man. For you as a heterosexual man to suffer in silence and take on this injustice, this misandry, this women having a disrespectful disposition towards you as a heterosexual male. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it boils down. That's what it all comes down to. You know, women would just want men to most of us men. Women know they got the advantages. Women got all the favoritism in the West, in many Western nations, especially in America. Free K's, don't get it twisted. Women know they have all the choice and all the say. So women know they're the choosers. Not only that, they have reproductive rights. They decide which man gets to reproduce and have offspring and which guy doesn't. And these bitches are nothing more than fucking eugenicists thanks to the powers that fucking be. They know, women know they know what the deal is. I used to think they just didn't understand. They just don't get it. They get it. Most of them, actually, I'll just go out on a limb. You have I'll estimate like approximately 70% of the females get what's going on, and they know what the hell they're doing. They know what men are going through. They just don't give a fuck to the fact that men are suffering from loneliness, and this loneliness is forced. True forced loneliness is fucking real. Okay? True forced loneliness is real, especially with men. It doesn't have to be just men. There are very, very few women who live it too. You know? And that's a fact. I mean, and y'all want to say, oh, it doesn't exist. Just because you as a man get bitches, just because you as a man as a girlfriend, just because you as a man who was married, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Think about the times you were single. Think about the times you had your dry spell. I mean, you got male and females, stupid ass male and females bitching about, oh, I didn't get sex last week, knowing damn well you got men and a few women, very few, who never had the opportunity to get sex, never got the opportunity to get love and affection from the opposite sex, never had a mate, never had a serious relationship. And there are some instances in some cases where that's their just choice, and that's just how they just don't want that right now, or they just don't want to period. But that's like 2% of the time. Most people are social creatures. Most men and women want to be together. You know, most heterosexual men and heterosexual women want to be together and procreate with one another. And that's a fact. But most people don't decide if they have that they have that successful relationship outcome or not. I mean, most men don't. Women have a lot of advantages. Women can determine and decide if they want to have a relationship. They know they can have a relationship anytime they fucking want. Men don't have that luxury. Especially in 2016, and in less than a week, it's going to be like 2017. And that's a fact. Y'all say, oh, men being forced to be alone. How can somebody force you to be alone? Why? Oh, it doesn't. Let me tell you something. I got a question. You say true force loneliness is not fucking real. I got a question. Why do you got the pickup artist industry and these so-called dating and relationship experts telling men and a few women what they got to do to attract a person of the opposite sex? Basically, be a liar and a manipulator and deceive another person. How come you got how come the dating industry? How come you got so many dating coaches nowadays? How come you got so many so-called fake-ass dating and relationship experts, especially, and then you got the pickup artist industry making like multi-millions of dollars off a problem that doesn't exist? If it doesn't exist, why? How come they're making so much money? Even if it doesn't exist, how come you got so many men who are single? And if it doesn't exist, how come there's a huge disconnect between men and women? And then not only that, you got men who are not only single, you got some women who are single themselves. But when women are single, it's never their fucking fault. But when men are single, it's men's fault. And when the fact of the matter is, men don't have the choice in this say so like women do when it comes to choosing to make. Men can't choose who they want to fuck with. Men can't choose their booty call. Men can't choose their girlfriend. Men can't choose their fucking life. Men can't choose to have a wife and kids. Men can't say, hey, this is the woman I want and I want to procreate with. Men don't have that say so. Women do. Men don't have reproductive rights. If a woman wants to terminate her fucking pregnancy, man can't say it, don't have shit to say. If a man does not want to have the child and the man tries to give it off to adoption, he still got to fucking pay child support. And if a man wants to have custody of his fucking children, chances are he's not going to get it. And he has to pay child support to that bitch. And that child support, and the problem with child support, that money's not going to the fucking child in most cases. It's going to her fucking financial pleasures. Let's just say it like that. The child gets like very little. There's something now. Someone's gonna say, "Well, I'm a woman and I get child support, or I'm a man and I get child support from my woman. I make sure it goes to the child." I'm not talking about you, motherfuckers. So I'm not talking about you who's responsible and don't do that shit. Or I'm saving the child support and making them financial investors so when they turn 18, they can have some money left over. They're living off of my check. I'm not talking about people like that who are responsible. I'm talking about people who are irresponsible. Okay, if it doesn't apply, shut the fuck up and let it fly, and don't reply. I mean, if just this phenomenon, this problem, I should say, this epidemic of true force loneliness, if it doesn't fucking exist, how come y'all people are so in denial about it? Why are you trying to discredit? Why are you trying to refute? Why are you trying to silence people who have these issues, especially men? You don't silence them. Women as much. You don't silence women at all when they fucking complain, but you want to tell men to shut up, and that's sexist. That's blatant misandry and sexism right there. Why are you trying to, if it's not true and if it doesn't exist, why? It's like you are not, it's like you people who do this shit, you're nothing more than a racist Caucasian person who tries to shut up a person of color when they talk about their issues of dealing with racism from Caucasian people. Why are you trying to silence that person? If true force loneliness does not fucking exist, why are you trying to suppress the truth? Why are you trying to turn your back to the truth? Why are you trying to silence people who do speak the truth and put it out there? If it's not true, then why are you arguing people and trying to discredit them? Why are you trying to suppress this information? Why are you being so dismissive and insensitive towards another person's plight, especially in the dating and relationship scenes between men and women? Well, I mean, especially with men. Why are you trying to silence men who complain, who have this problem with getting a woman in their fucking life, getting a fucking mate? But you don't do that with women who complain. And why are you blaming the victim? And it's like, well, you guys need to work on yourselves. That's, that's code for just shut up. That, fuck you. I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to keep talking. I have freedom of speech. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. If you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. You can't be this. I'm tired of this people being the speech police and telling grown ass people what they can and cannot say. But these same motherfuckers would have a problem if you tell them what they can and cannot say. That makes you a fucking hypocrite. You are nothing more than a fucking terrorist, in my opinion. You are, I don't know what's the word, but you don't believe in, so basically you don't believe in a person, you don't believe in human rights. You don't believe in a person having constitutional rights. You're a dictator. You want to silence, you want to take away somebody's right to freedom of speech, but you want to have the right to keep yours. You feel you're entitled to freedom of speech where nobody else's. That's wrong. When you take away somebody else's freedom of speech, you're taking away your right to freedom of speech. You fucking idiots. You. But back to what I'm saying. If true forced loneliness is not fucking real, y'all, why are you hiding the truth? Why are you trying to suppress people? Why are you trying to flag down channels? Why are you trolling the channels? Why are you arguing with people if you don't live TFL? Why are you debating with people about it and telling them to be quiet? But you could bitch and complain all you want to about shit. And it's usually petty shit. If you don't have the problem living true forced loneliness, why do you have an issue with somebody else talking about it? Unless you living it yourself, but you don't want the word to get out there because you got too many men who are too embarrassed to admit. And it's fucking sad that you got too many men, because women can complain about they're not able to have a man in their life and have a mate. And society will pacify them and make them happy and try to help them. But if a man complains about not having a woman, having a hard time trying to get a female in his life, trying to get a woman in his life, it's a problem. And there's a lot of guys who are TFLers in denial, true forced loneliness in denial, and in denial about it. You have a lot of males who are TFLers in denial. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of TFLers in denial, who are, and especially men, and that's a sad reality. Because society has told us that a man's worth is based on how many bitches he fucked, how much pussy he gets, and a man's defined if he has a woman in his life. His worth and his value is determined if he has a mate. And to me, that's fucking ridiculous. A woman does not define a man, and a man defines himself. And same vice versa. See, women. See, I can relate to women in my grandma's era. In the 30s, in the 40s, in the 50s, where if a woman wasn't married, if a woman wanted to be alone, she was ridiculed and ostracized from society. She was slammed for it. If a woman complained about she couldn't get married and get a man, especially if she was past a certain age, if she's past over the age of 20, 21, she's undesirable. So it kills me that women complain about these double standards and this complain about sexism, but yet you saying women are practicing sexism against men. You are. I mean, some of you women who are feminists but you don't realize what you're doing is you're becoming who you fucking hate. You hate men, and a few women who are woman haters and misogynist and misogynistic, anti-woman. But why is it okay for you to be anti-man? Why is it okay for you women and a lot of you men? I'm not men. Why it's okay for you women and a lot of you effeminate males, male feminist bitches? Why are you so misandric and hate your own fucking gender? To you men, why do you hate your own fucking gender? Why do you guys? I mean, you got deep-rooted self-hate issues about being a fucking man. And you women, what kills me is that you hate men so damn much, but you want men to build societies, give you rights, give you liberties, give you freedoms, give you privileges. You want to be wined and dined by men. You want to be protected by men. You want men to provide for you, take care of you. You want to have children from a fucking man. but you hate men, and it doesn't make no sense to me, y'all. It doesn't. You can't fight for saying I'm against sexism, but you want to be fucking sexist towards men. You women out there, you can't say I'm against men being sexist against women, but it's okay for you women to be sexist against men. That makes you a hypocrite. So everything you stand for is just a waste. It's bullshit. I mean, you are what you hate. I know, and my thing is, if true force loneliness doesn't exist and it's not fucking real, why are you trying to silence people? See, I know what and why are you? I mean, you got men who got facts and proof, and the reason why they have a hard time getting a woman in their fucking life, and you got stupid ass women telling other women, oh, don't fuck them guys, they got a bad attitude. But you fuck with guys who got a bad attitude. You fuck a thug, you fuck a bad boy, you fuck an asshole, you fuck a jerk, you date a fucking prick, you date a womanizer. You fuck with a man who just got out of jail, who got a fucking criminal record. I mean, you fuck white collar criminals. You got men. Many of you women will fuck a guy who will beat your fucking ass for no damn reason, who are abusive to you, mean to you, hurt you, and then when you get out of that toxic relationship, you want to blame the nice guy that you fucking rejected. And he doesn't want to, and especially when he doesn't want to take your ass, because he don't want to be looked at as, you don't want to be sloppy seconds. He don't want to be a loser's choice. You know what I mean? Especially when you got bastard children, or children from a previous relationship from a dude who you said ain't shit and ain't no damn good. If the dude wasn't shit to begin with, why were you fucking him? So when men talk about their issues with women, and this and the fact, and they don't like what women are doing, especially doing to men, and how selfish and irresponsible they are, and dumb they are, and how selfish and mean, evil and twisted and manipulative women are to us men. And we talk about that when we talk about feminism, and how feminism has created a gender war and have placed women on the pedestal while suppressing men down. And then when we talk about that, so if the stuff we're saying is not valid, people, why are you trying to discredit us? Why are you trying to silence us? Why are you trying to tear us? Why are you trying to suppress? Why are you trying to stop this revolution? If it doesn't exist, then let us say whatever the hell we want to do. If it's not true, then let us talk, and let people decide for themselves if it's true or not. But like I said, let me say this again. If you don't live it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I mean, and then you want to blame, society wants to victim blame men for what women are doing to us, treating us bad. You got women making false accusations of abuse, making false abuse claims against men, and they're getting locked up for it. And when the man comes out of it, he's fucked up, and he got raped and beat up in jail. But he's not supposed to be angry. Fuck that bullshit. You have a right to be angry. Somebody did this, bitch. I mean, bitch, a bitch tried to do that to me. Make false accusations. I mean, you got women making false accusations of rape, making false rape accusations against men, and they're getting in legal trouble for that shit. And it doesn't matter if the man never got arrested. His reputation is destroyed for life. And if the man is in jail and they find out that it was a lie, the woman don't get in trouble for it. You got men in jail right now for a bitch lying on this man or these group of men, making a false rape accusation when it didn't fucking happen. Like I was essentially saying, you have women making these false rape accusations against men, and men are getting, their lives are destroyed forever. Not only that, you have men who have been killed. You have men who have been, I remember reading a news report, where a woman lies, who she stepped out on her boyfriend and fucked some other dude, and then she lied and said that dude raped her, and that man is dead to this day. And this other guy, her boyfriend, killed the guy. Now he's in jail, but she gets to walk. She's not responsible for what she did to get an innocent man killed. And all that, this other guy, her boyfriend, now it's her ex-boyfriend, obviously, is in jail for life. But she moves on to some other dude, and she's gonna play that bullshit again, being a lying ass slut. You have women. Not only that, I don't want to lose my train of thought. You have women who've gotten men killed just by lying on them alone, getting them locked up in prison, but they have destroyed families and other people's families, destroyed friendships over this shit. You have women who will willingly have sex with a bunch of men, let these men run a train on her that she allowed, then lions yell rape. I don't care if the bitch was drunk or not. She knew what the fuck she's doing. Even if I've been drunk myself and I still knew what the fuck I was doing. So I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, some bitches get in the fucking car drunk, and they crash the damn car and they blame patriarchy, some stupid shit like that, or they just blame men, or they never responsible for anything. But if a man got drunk, got in the car, and injured somebody, injured himself, killed somebody, killed himself, we have to own up to our shit, to our choices, our bad decisions. But women don't have to own up to nothing of their bad decisions, and that bothers me. You have women who will have sex with a guy, drunk or not, sober or not, and then when she finds out, or she gets this awakening, oh, I don't want to feel like I'm a slut, or I found out that the dude to me is now, I see him as an undesirable. Let me yell rape. Let me falsely accuse him of something, because I don't want to get the word out that I'm a fucking irresponsible slut, sexually irresponsible and sexually immature and stupid. And these females who do this shit, I mean, and you wonder why men don't want to get involved with you. Women talk about, why come men don't approach me? Because you got too many women. If a guy does look at you, you want to yell harassment. Why isn't this guy talking to me? I see him at school every day. He don't want to be accused of sexual harassment, or if it's on the job, he don't want to lose his livelihood. He don't want to lose his job. That's why he ain't making the first move. That's why most men ain't making the first move, because we don't want to be accused of anything. We don't want to be accused of harassment. We don't want to be accused of stalking. We don't want to be accused of sexual harassment. We don't want to be accused of sexual assault. That's why we won't touch you. We don't want to be accused of rape if we have sex with you, because you women will do a 180 and act and play victim and damsel in distress. You got women, I mean, and it's so bad. You have women going by looks, judging a man based on his looks, his status, his fame, money, and power. That's what gets a bitch. That's how a man gets a bitch. Just keeping it real. And then women say, oh, we don't go by looks. Yes, you do. Oh, we don't judge a man based on how much money he has, or the clothes he wears, and other superficial bullshit. Yes, y'all do. The majority of y'all women do. But you want to be in denial about that shit. Men just go by a woman who's sweet, docile, kind, nurturing, loving, and affectionate, and has a pretty face, and we're good. But that's asking for too much. We got to prove ourselves to this woman, but the woman doesn't have to prove a goddamn thing to us. What does a woman have to bring to the fucking table? Nothing. But just her bitchy attitude, false sense of entitlement personality, and just her pussy. And rather she's good looking or not, she just gotta look a little decent, or not. She don't have to look good at all, because the first level in men is so damn ridiculous. Women, you have created that shit. Feminism and women in the culture, in this gynocentric culture, has created men to be thirsty ass mangina simp bitches, effeminate pussy with males who will worship the almighty vagina. It's really sad. But y'all want to pretend that, oh, this don't exist. Don't talk about it. How come we can't talk about it? That's like telling a Jewish person they can't talk about the fucking Holocaust. That's like telling a Caucasian American, mainly, gotta keep it real, that they can't talk about 9/11. They can't talk about the American Revolution. They can't talk about World War I, World War II, the Alamo, Pearl Harbor. We can't talk. You can't talk about that stuff. You know, that's like telling a woman she can't talk about women being victims of rape. You know, she's never been raped. This particular woman probably never happened raped, but it can happen. She's still vulnerable to that situation. So I mean, and the thing is, when women talk about their plight in life, their so-called plight, people listen. But when a man talks about his plight, oh, be quiet. That's bullshit. That's wrong. That's just blatant sexism right there. You know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying here? Man, I mean, I'm at a loss for words, y'all. And you saying, I'm sick and tired of the world telling men, well, you gotta dress better. You gotta talk like this. You gotta act like, you gotta be something that you're not. You gotta be fake, and you gotta be fake and a butt kisser to get a woman to like you, and a liar and a manipulator to get a bitch to like you, to get a female to like you. And now, a man should be himself. You women always tell us, be ourselves, but when a man is himself and he be who he is, you don't want to accept him for who he is. That's just a cover-up. That's just a PC bullshit to cover you covering your own ass so you don't be exposed for what the fuck you are. A fake, a liar, a thief, a cheat. I mean, women, y'all gotta tell the truth. The reason why y'all don't tell the truth of what you really desire in a man, what you really lust after in a man, what you really want in a man, because if you really admitted you say you like thugs, you like bad boys, you like assholes, you like men who beat your ass and treat you like shit, you like womanizers, you like players, ballers, you like chasing after men who got a lot of money, you just want a man for his money, or you like the effeminate male who's on the down low who's actually really gay, and you try to convert him to a heterosexual male. The only reason why most of you women don't want to admit what you really desire and what you really lust for, men don't really have an issue admitting what they really like in a woman. It's really predictable. It's predictable, but we get shunned and we get called shallow and superficial. But when y'all when y'all want something in a man, oh, you go, girl. You gotta go out for, you gotta do for self. Look out for your best interest. Do things that benefit you. Fuck what he wants. It's about what you want. And that kind of, I can't stand that kind of hypocrisy and those kind of double standards when it comes to women and men. You know, you women like the negative traits of most males. Y'all just lie and say you want a nice guy. You say you want a man with a good heart, good character, good morals. But the thing is, y'all don't really value that until it's too damn late. When you're young, when you're in your teens, and throughout your 20s, and even through your early to mid 30s, you wanted to fuck and suck all the dick. You wanted to fuck and suck as many guys as you wanted to. I mean, the type of males that you desire. I mean, most of you women pick the player, the pimp, the asshole, the thug, the bad boy, the womanizer, the baller. You know what? I mean, men who got wealth, money, and power. Men who got wealth and power and high status and celebrities. I mean, that's what most of you women desire. I mean, and you've been programmed by the powers that be to be a hypergamous slut. Just being honest with you. I mean, if women actually admitted that, women want to be looked at as morally superior to men, want to be all nurturing, all sweet, open-minded, not superficial. But a lot of you women are superficial and shallow and fake as hell. Superficial, shallow, and artificial. Why don't you just admit it and then work on yourself? Well, how are you going to tell a man or tell men, or a certain group of men, that they need to work on themselves, but you don't have to work on yourself? That's a double standard. That's hypocrisy. You know, it's just like, you know damn well, if you don't like a guy, it don't matter how much confidence he has. It don't matter if he looks good or not. It don't matter what he wears and how he dress. You say dress, but it doesn't matter how well he dress up. It doesn't matter how much social etiquette he has. It doesn't matter how much chivalry he does. It doesn't matter how much of a gentleman he is. It doesn't matter how sweet he is. It doesn't matter how much of a good person he is. It doesn't matter if he's got knowledge of self. It doesn't matter how intelligent he is. It doesn't matter if he's a good guy or a bad guy, to be honest with you. If you ain't attracted to him, you ain't gonna. It's like that guy's by himself. Basically, he's out in the cold. And if you find out, and if a woman finds out that another woman does not like a particular guy, she's gonna do the same thing because she's all about fitting in. See, you women don't want to acknowledge that shit, and it bothers you that I talk about the stuff that y'all do, because I lived it. So don't tell me how I should feel and react to being mistreated by women, or I should just accept the way women treat me and just deal with it. Fuck that. That's like telling a woman, you got to work on yourself. It's like telling a so-called black person, particularly a so-called black man, oh, if he don't sag his pants, he won't encounter racism, and he won't be shot and killed by the cops. Which is bullshit, because it doesn't matter how that brother dresses and how he acts. It doesn't matter his education. It doesn't matter how smart he is. It doesn't matter if he's a good dude or a bad dude. Caucasian supremacy sees this dude as a nigger. So when the person of color talks about these experiences of racism and talks about the past and how the history is, how it relates to now, y'all say it's wrong to be dismissive about it and say get over slavery and Jim Crow, but you won't tell the Jews to get over the Holocaust and the fact that Hitler put Jews in ovens and did a lot of evil shit to them. And you had out of Jews, follow me here, sell out of Jews out and sold them into the Holocaust. Got them, put them in the ovens. You had other Jews throw another Jew underneath the bus, but nobody talks about that. I mean, how would you women feel if you were talking about rape culture, which is bullshit, doesn't fucking exist? False rape culture does. False accusations of rape culture does. But you don't want to talk about that. So when men talk about how women are and how most women are treacherous, evil-ass bitches, that's a fact. We got facts to prove it. But we're called misogynists, and we're called weak, and we're called whiners and pussies. Less of a man, and we're called gay. Because we talk about how unfair the dating and relationship scene is for men. And how men in society, in Western society, particularly in America, men are treated like shit. Fifth-class citizens. So when a man talks about that shit, but you want to be dismissive about it and tell, oh, he just needs to stop running, he just needs to do this and do that. That's like that's like us men telling women, hey, if you don't want to get raped, don't walk down the street at this certain time of the day or night. Don't walk down the street at this particular day and time, and dress appropriately, and you won't get raped. Is that going to stop the rapist from actually attacking that woman and raping her and kidnapping her to fuck to death and killing her? No. But that's how it is, telling a woman to shut up and obey a man who beats the shit out of her. Oh, just shut up and obey and give him what he wants. ain't gonna stop that man from beating her ass. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Women, y'all understand this. Y'all y'all know this. Y'all talk about this shit all the time. I mean, if a man says, well, women need to stop dressing like sluts and stop getting drunk and stupid and walking out down the street at this particular time of the day, which really doesn't fucking matter. And she needs to dress appropriate and not dress all provocative, and that will prevent her chances of getting raped. When y'all know, when the fact is, it doesn't matter how a woman dresses, and it doesn't matter what kind of clothes she is. If the man is a sexual predator and wants to prey on this particular woman, or prey on women, wants to rape a woman, he's gonna do it regardless. It doesn't matter what she wears. It doesn't matter what time of the day it is. But see, y'all complain about victim blaming and see, if a man says, if a woman got raped, I'll go even further than that. If a woman got raped by a man, doesn't matter what the situation was. It could have been, she could have been teasing him. You know how women tease. We know how women tease, and leading him on, sitting next to him naked and shit, and hooking and kissing on him. You know, I think that's what you women do. You like to tease men, and then when a man just can't control himself and takes advantage of you, if we say, well, you shouldn't have did that, oh, that's blaming the victim. Oh, you're saying I can't walk down the street in this particular time of the day or night. I can't walk in this area. I can't wear what I want to wear. And you're saying, I mean, you feminists will, I mean, let's be real. You feminists will be all ape shit. If men told women where they can and cannot go, what they can and cannot wear, that's considered misogyny. That's considered sexism, and that's blaming the victim. If a woman gets raped by a man based on what she wears and based on what she does, or whatever, what kind of relationship, even date rape, you know, oh, you're blaming the victim. But when men get treated like shit and get played by women, men are told, well, you should have never approached her. You should have never talked to her. And that's why she turned you in for sexual harassment. That's why she made an accusation of harassment against you, because of the way you looked at her. It doesn't matter what she was wearing. It doesn't matter what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? But the fact of the matter is, you looked at her, and she stereotyped that man out and looked at him and labeled him as undesirable. Oh, he's in the wrong, but you can't hold women accountable for what the fuck they do. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, well, you should never had sex with that woman. And then we got to get slammed with the no means no bullshit. Well, I say the way I take no means no. Oh, no means beg and be at the mercy of her fucking pussy, and beg her and try to persuade her to open her legs and play all these fucking games. I'm like, fuck all that bullshit. No means beg and plead for it and work for it, because when a man respects the no means no law, you're gonna call that man a pussy. You're gonna question his manhood. You're gonna question his sexuality, his maturity as a man, and you're gonna call. I mean, worst case scenario, you're gonna say this guy is a punk ass faggot. You're gonna say he's gay because he wasn't sexually aggressive with you. But if a man is sexually aggressive with you, sexually aggressive with you women when it comes to sex, oh, it's rape. See, this is the bullshit I'm talking about. This is what men are talking about. We're talking about this. I mean, women play with men's emotions and feelings, and then if I say you women, you shouldn't be doing that. You should not be walking out at this time of day. You should not be getting drunk and reckless. You should never be, fucking and sucking different guys off, and then all of a sudden, then you wake up, and then all of a sudden you have the epiphany, and you want to yell rape to cover your ass, or because you found out, or to cover your ass because you cheated on your boyfriend, you cheated on your husband, or you don't want to be found out as a fucking hoe, instead of just owning up to it. I mean, that's the bullshit I'm talking about. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Is that when men are denied a dating and love and sex life, it's our fault. But when you got the same women who are single and lonely, oh, it's like when women complain about men not giving them a fair shake because she don't look like the woman in the cover of Maxim magazine. or she don't look like a Playboy model, it's awful. We're men, we're shallow, we're assholes, we're dogs and shit like that. We're superficial. We need to look in the inside. We're just shallow. We're just chauvinist pigs or some bullshit like that. Men need to look in the inside. You need to judge a woman based on her character. Fuck that bullshit. Women need to judge a man based on women need to judge a man based on his character, based on his morals, based on his ethics, based on his intelligence, and his logic and common sense on how he handles things in life. That makes a damn difference in the relationship, in the relationship to your life as well as a woman. If you get with that man, I mean, his character, his morality, his level, his knowledge, I mean, his integrity, and rather if he's a good person or not, that should really matter. No, but you judge a man based on his fucking looks and status, and if he's famous or not, got money or not, or he's in a position of power. If a man don't got no damn power, social status of power, because most women don't want men with power. They want men in a position of power to tell other people what to do, but don't tell her what to do. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do and be your fucking boss. And if the man ain't famous, ain't got other bitches chasing after him, she don't want him. Then on top of that, if the man ain't good looking, ain't got money, ain't popular, especially with other women, you bitches don't want to give him a fucking chance. How about y'all bitches be open-minded as fuck? Why don't y'all be open-minded and fair? Give men a fair shake. Treat men the way you want to be treated. Most of you women treat men like shit. You treat us like garbage. You treat us like a used tampon that you flush down the fucking toilet and put in the fucking trash. I'm just being real. So when men talk about their experiences, I don't want to hear work on yourself, because that don't fucking work. Because like I said, that's like telling a woman to dress appropriately when she walks out in public to prevent herself from getting attacked and getting raped. You know? You got women who are single and lonely. They don't talk to men. They don't approach men at all. They don't initiate the conversation. They don't make the first move. I mean, it's 2016 going on 2017. Women, you can make the first move. I mean, y'all fought for equality, but y'all fought for female privilege and advance and have special treatment and power over men in society, but without no damn responsibility. Y'all fought for freedoms that you did not earn. But, I mean, you want freedom and all power and privileges, but you don't want no damn responsibility. You want to make all the decisions and do whatever the hell you want to do. And men got to take on your consequences and pay for your fuck-ups and mistakes. Fuck that bullshit. I mean, and for me, when I talk about this shit, and other men like me talk about this stuff, we're considered whining. Fuck you. I mean, how's that whining? So basically what you're telling me is I gotta suffer in silence and deal with this fucked up bullshit. No, fuck you. You deal with that bullshit if you want to. Especially coming from another guy. I gotta question his manhood. He might be in one of them fruity ass fruitcake faggot dudes that I can't fucking stand. These effeminate males, these manginas and simps who kiss women's asses no matter what and protect women even if they're in the fucking wrong. They will save a woman's ass and get her out of fucking responsibility and challenge another man just so hopefully he can get a chance to smell the coochie. And that's sickening that a lot of you males will forsake your manhood just so you can get laid and think getting laid defines you as a fucking man, defines your manhood. That's fucking pathetic. I thought men define who we are. We define ourselves by our intelligence, by our morals, by our integrity, by our character, by our heart. That what fucking matters. Being able to be self-efficient out in the world. That being able to build shit and make shit and create shit and discover shit. I thought that's what manhood was all about. And protect yourself and protect your other people that you care and love. And your community. I thought that's what being a man was all about. But I thought y'all gonna go off this gynocentric feminist bullshit of just kissing women's asses and being a fucking slave to these fucking ungrateful ass, freeloading, lazy ass bitches out here. And then when I talk about that stuff and I talk about how women are, I mean, basically have all the choice and all the say so, and they're fucking choosers. I mean, the reason why you got men the way you got some men act the way that most men act the way they do and behave a certain way is to get pussy. And when I hear women saying I should do this and do that, or the pussy ass man Jonathan Simpson, even gay dudes tell me shit. But I mean, how the hell this guy don't? How the hell is this a homosexual male gonna tell me how to get pussy? But he don't even like pussy. He hates women, but you women love him. I mean, a lot of you females support gay rights, which is beyond me. Y'all love gay, and you love males dressing up as fucking females, and at the same time you support females acting like dudes. And then when they challenge a dude, and she puts her hands on the dude, spits at the dude, or talks shit and gets her ass beat and gets knocked the fuck out, when that man defends himself, oh, he's a bad guy. You're not supposed to hit a woman. No, 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 no. Once you put your hands on a fucking man and get in the man's face, talking crazy, trying to emasculate the fuck out of him, trying to disrespect him, especially in front of mixed company, you lost your rights and privileges as a fucking woman, as a fucking lady. And as a matter of fact, if you're gonna act like a fucking dyke, you're not a fucking lady. If you're a fucking whore ass bitch, or you're a fucking feminist, or both, you are not a lady. If you're a man hater and anti-male, you're not a human being. You don't care about humanity. You don't care. I mean, you're not a fucking woman. I mean, you're not a woman. You should not get to play the woman card when y'all want to act like a fucking man when it benefits you. Then when it comes to having the responsibility as a fucking man, as a fucking equal, oh, you reject that. Oh, you want traditionalism and you want patriarchy. But then at the same time, you want matriarchy to do whatever the hell you want to do and run shit. But when things go south and things go bad and things don't turn out the way you want it, and you make a bonehead decision like a lot of you bitches do, oh, it's our fault. When it comes to equality, when it comes to equal responsibility, like if I didn't say it again, I'll say it again. If I didn't say it once, then I'll say it again. Oh, don't want that. Oh, we want the benefits of the women in the 1950s, when the fact that the women in the 1900s, 10s, 20s, 30s and 40s and 50s were ladies. They carried themselves well. They were not hoes. You might have had some of them that were hoes, but they knew how to cover it up. They still knew how to fucking cook, clean the house, take care of the family, and be the nurturer and supporter of the damn family, and know how to treat a man and take care of a fucking man. You women can't do that in 2016 and 2017. That's why a lot of y'all bitches are by yourself. And then on top of that, you're taking advice from stupid ass bitches, like Deborah Cooper and these other female dating experts who don't have to do a fucking thing in the dating scene, but you're gonna tell men what the fuck to do when she don't even fucking approach a man, or don't invest her time, her energy, and resources into a fucking man and a fucking relationship. And don't give me that, well, she does. No, y'all picked it. Y'all fuck with dudes you want to fuck with. You only do that with dudes you fucking like. You don't do that with every other guy like every other man does with every other woman. We treat all women the same. Most guys do. You understand what I'm saying? Man, it's like, goddamn. I mean, you women. It's like you women want to have your cake and fucking eat it too. You want to be, oh, I want to be equal to you as a fucking man, but I want to be a fucking woman and damsel in fucking distress. Damsel in distress. I want to be a man's equal, but I don't want the responsibilities. I just want the benefits. I want to be a woman at the same time, but I don't want the responsibilities and I just want the benefits. Or I want to act like a man, but I just want to when it comes, I want to be a fake ass man when it's fucking convenient for me to get what I fucking want. But when it comes to responsibility, it's all the man. So I'll just blame it on the man. That's why I hate feminism. Feminism, I mean, men get blamed. It's funny how women say women are hypocrites. They will tell a man don't blame women for shit that they are actually doing to us men, and it's fucking valid. And most men have a valid complaint about what women are doing and how they're treating us when it comes to the daily interactions in society. But when women have issues with men, oh, it's fucking valid. You're not supposed to question her. When a woman talks about how she's treated bad by men, or how she's treated by men in society listens and gives a fuck. which is beyond me. I just don't understand the double standard. How come when women talk who are single and lonely and don't have nobody, y'all don't tell bitches, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to work on yourself, you need to stop being so, you need to stop, you need to act more feminine, you need to dress like a lady, act like a lady, you need to be nurturing, you need to be sensitive, be supportive, you need to know how to cook, you need to know how to fuck and suck and take care of a man in order to keep that man. You need to be honest enough, straightforward, and have morals and integrity, and carry yourself well as a fucking woman, as a fucking lady, so a man can fucking respect you. Oh, you don't want to say all that shit because that's considered, oh, that's oppressive and that's sexism. Bullshit. That's bullshit. It's ridiculous that you women can think you can do whatever the hell you want to do, and then men get blamed for all the ills in the fucking world. It's like women can blame men for every goddamn thing, and I can't stand you feminists. All you feminists do, yeah, I'm saying blame is, and just women period, blame men for all your problems that you caused on your fucking self. You women are in the sole control and in the fucking driver's seat. You got this. You're in the car driving where you want to go, and then when you crash the car, you want to blame men for it. I'm like, what the hell? This is your damn own car. How am I responsible for this shit? I mean, you have me in the passenger seat. I'm sitting next to you. You're driving the car, and I'm chilling. And all of a sudden, we go off a damn cliff, and we hit another car. You hit a fucking building and shit, and then your car is all fucked up. And then I'm all injured and disfigured. But I can't blame you. But you can blame me for when you're the driver and you crashed the fucking car. But it's my fault. It's me sitting in the passenger seat. You know what I'm saying? That's the bullshit I'm talking about. So, I mean, all you people can do, y'all, I mean, I'm going to keep talking what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about about feminism, gynocentrism, and female privilege. I'm going to talk about classism. I'm going to talk about racism. I'm going to talk about Caucasian supremacy. I'm going to talk about white privilege. And I'm going to talk about everybody. I'm going to talk about the gays, how they're part of the problem. And I'm going to talk about other ethnic groups of color. And just other people who are part of the damn problem. If you're part of the solution, I will give you your props. But I'm going to talk about people who are part of the problem in the society, because it's everybody because most people want to be asleep to what the fuck's going on. People are treating each other like shit, lying to each other. But I mean, it's funny how women, people, period, but particularly women, say they want a man who's honest. When the man's honest with them, they reject him. And then when the man is not honest, oh, she gives up the pussy to him, knowing that he's fucking lying to her. I mean, this is bullshit. But it's the man's fault. It's never her fucking fault. She saw the red flags. I mean, if a sign says do not go to this alley, because you chances are you can get harmed and get fucked up. But women will go, I'm curious, I need to know what it is. Even though it says it's danger. It's like women taking their hand and sticking it in a fucking tank full of piranhas. And then when the piranhas eat her fucking hand and arm off, oh, it's the man's fault. That's the kind of bullshit I cannot fucking stand. I know I'm all over the place with this video, but the point is I'm just talking about double standards. And the fact of the matter is that the way men are treated, and that men have a plight, and men are treated in the dating scene, and how men are treated by society, treated in society, and how they are treated by women, is a real fucking problem. Women have all the choice and all the say so. They are the choosers. They have the last say. They have reproductive rights. Men don't. Women have all the advantages in society nowadays. Men don't have no advantage. Women have safety nets and help and support. Men don't have a goddamn thing. I mean, y'all say, oh, it's not valid, it's not credible. Look at the suicide rate. Look how men are treated in society. Look at the suicide rate. Most men commit suicide than women. Oh, it's the man's fault. No, but when women kill themselves, it's men. Oh, it's that man's fault, and he's responsible, or men, period, for killing their fucking self. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. Men get blamed for all the ills in the fucking world, especially so-called black men in America. Free K's, don't get it twisted. But the minute men hold a certain group of people accountable, especially men of color who have a voice and speak out and intelligent, like myself, and speak out against this bullshit, speak out against feminism, female privilege, Caucasian supremacy, and racism. Oh, and then the New World Order and all that shit, government corruption. Oh, I'm just told to be quiet and shut up and take it by racist motherfuckers and self-hating Negro peeing handkerchief-head coons. And then when it comes to women, oh, I'm told by the feminists, oh, don't talk about this shit. And then I'm told by the gays, oh, don't talk about us. Why? How come I can't talk about you? I mean, it's like it's okay for you gay people to do. It's okay for gays to be. You got homosexual males to dress up like women and pretend they're fucking females, and then when they try to seduce a man, and then when a man finds out that you're a fucking trying to be a woman, when he finds out you're a fucking man and he fucking kills you, you want me to feel bad for you? I mean, I don't know how it is for women, but I'm pretty sure they feel the same way. You got women trying to be a man and try to seduce another woman. When a woman finds out that she just kissed another woman, and she gets mad and kills the bitch who's threatening like a fucking man. We gotta, gay violence. The gay community is under attack. No, when the transgender community is under attack, the bisexual community is under attack, which is what is that? The LBGT community. Violence against gays, when gays always starting shit. Gays are the biggest shit starters that there is, especially Caucasian racist gay motherfuckers. Talking the most shit, starting shit. And then when somebody stands up to the motherfuckers, we're the bad guys. It's heterosexual people are the bad people, especially heterosexual men. I mean, I know I'm all over the place with this video, but like I said, most people know that men live in true force law and this fucking exists. Because like I said, how can the dating industry, how can you have so many dating coaches, and how come we got pick up artist industry making millions of dollars off a problem that doesn't fucking exist? How come you got so many men going to these boot camps, listening to these dating coaches, and going to these dating schools, knowing how to pick up women, if it doesn't fucking exist? How come you got men trying to jumping through hoops and all that shit, trying to get women, even cutting another man's throat, trying to get pussy? If there's a short, women are chasing over 80% of women are chasing 20% of the males. 80% of the females are chasing 20% of the males. I'll say it again. 80% of women are chasing 20% of the men, while over 80% of other men are lonely. But that doesn't exist. That's bullshit. Y'all know it damn well it fucking exists. I mean, if it doesn't fucking exist, like I said, how come you have violence? How come you got so many men who are serial rapists and serial killers killing women? How come men always getting? How come you got women being the victims of domestic violence and murder? More men kill women than the other way around. It's not because women are the weaker sex. No, it's because the way women treat men. Look at the divorce rate. Look how people treat each other between men and women. Divorce, broken families. And you talk about there's no problem in society, and you saying this shit is normal? Y'all can deny the truth all you want, but I'll say this. Your feelings do not fucking change the truth and logic. Your feelings do not change the truth and reality and logic and common sense. Your feelings cannot refute logic and facts. Your feelings cannot change the fucking truth. Okay? So you can deny all you want. If what I was saying was bullshit, and other guys like me were saying, and other people like me are saying, if other people were if other guys like myself and other people was spewing out bullshit, then why are y'all attacking me? Let us talk and let people find out for themselves. But no, y'all want to suppress this information because you know what I'm talking about is true. And a lot of you man Jonathan Sims are TFLers in denial because you're afraid I'm less of a man because I'm still a virgin over 30 years old. Nobody gives a fuck like that. I don't. I mean, the fact that, I mean, if you are denied a dating life and a sex life and a love life from women, and you did everything you can, you did everything you went for, you jumped through hoops, you try to please women, you try to respect women, you did everything they asked for, that you took their advice and you still came up short, you gave it up, you still came up short because the system is rigged. The dating scene is rigged. Okay, dating and relationships are fucking rigged because you can't win. You can't, like, the solution is like this. The solution is you cannot, I mean, the truth of the matter is, as a man trying to get women in 2016 going on 2017, you can't get the woman you want. If you ain't handsome, super handsome, if you don't have a lot of money, if you don't have status, if you don't have popularity, fame, and you don't have no power in society, you ain't shit as a man. And that's what women are saying. But most women are in denial about that because they know they're fucking, because they know these women, because the reason why women try to deny this and try to shut men up like myself is because they know these bitches, because women don't want to be exposed for what they are. Evil ass, selfish, hypergamous, gold dicking slut, whores, and bitches. And if women actually admit that, hey, I like thugs, I like bad boys, I like womanizers, I like jerks, I like effeminate males, gay men, gay males. If women actually admitted that they like no good ass dudes, then society would not have sympathy for these bitches, and a lot of men would not put up with their fucking bullshit. Men will go on fucking strike, and that's what women are afraid of. Women want to maintain their female supremacy, and they want to maintain their fucking power. That's why we get attacked. No different than people of color speaking out against Caucasian supremacy and racism from Caucasian folks. Because Caucasian people, most of them want to maintain their white privilege, their Caucasian supremacy, and that's why they keep practicing their racism. And then they want to scream out, well, you have racism too. No. Last time I checked, I didn't see no so-called black people lying across, going into the so-called white community and lying a fucking cross in their fucking yard. I didn't see, last time I checked in history, I didn't see no so-called black people enslave Caucasian people and bring them over from Europe and bring them into America, and then not only that, rape the women and children, and then at the same time torture them and treat them like shit. I mean, chip their teeth, knock their teeth out, and force feed them like they're fucking animals. Throw some of the people overboard to where the sharks and shark infested oceans. Well, that we were brought when people were brought in bondage. I didn't see. I mean, that's what happened. I mean, that's what Caucasian people did to people of color. Put us in bondage, brought us in this fucking ship, and even threw some of us overboard because of costs. Because they gotta cut costs. So, I mean, they saw us as fucking cattle. And last time I checked, I mean, I didn't see no so-called black people going to the so-called white community, lying the fucking cross in their fucking yard, or burning down their fucking towns and communities, and raping their women and children, and raping men. And the men can't say nothing because they're afraid of that their lives are in danger and their families are in danger. Not only that, so-called black people don't control the media, where they can demonize Caucasian people left and right. You know what I'm saying? We don't control the banks, where we can decide who gets a loan, who doesn't get a loan, charge on how much interest we want to charge, while letting this other group pay less interest, or get a fucking loan for nothing and don't have to pay it back. So-called black people don't control the government to oppress Caucasian people. We don't control a goddamn thing. We don't control the education system and miseducate the youth with bullshit, and then victim blame them. Well, so-called black people sold each other into fucking slavery. Bullshit. No, most Europeans captured people of color and put them in bondage and terrorized the fuck out of them and did every evil, heinous act. So-called black people don't have the power and the wealth and the resources. We don't even own weapons. We don't own our control our own food source to even have us to even beat Caucasian supremacy like that. To even kill Caucasian like people off and get away with it. So y'all can miss me with that reverse racism bullshit. I know. I mean, I know this is a long ass video. Damn. I mean, anyway, what I'm gonna say is this: as far as true force and loneliness and men suffering living TFL is fucking real, and it's been created by the powers that be. You know why? And they're promoting, and adding insult to injury, they're promoting the gay agenda for population reduction and control. And the reason why they disenfranchised men and gave women and put women on the pedestal so they could be dependent on the fucking state, and the state raise their children, and women or children are easily manipulated and controlled by the powers that be. So this is a divide and conquer tactic, and most people know this shit, but in the back of their minds, but they don't fucking care. Well, you better care once the dollar collapses. Once they take your ass into them FEMA camps, you better give a fuck then. But most people will find out when it's too damn late. And I don't feel sorry, and I don't feel bad one bit when you motherfuckers die and get killed by the powers that be, because you let this shit happen by arguing and fighting with me when I try to tell you the fucking truth. So anyway, that's all I gotta say. What men are talking about is fucking real, and it's the fucking truth. Accept it. And if you choose not to accept the truth, then you part of the problem, and you are a fucking liar, and you like to live your life of lies. Well, guess what, bitch? You're gonna encounter the truth, and you're gonna suffer and pay dearly for being part of the fucking problem. Remember that. I'm out. Peace.